welcome back to the Lichen Project with Heather. Today I'm going to be going through the books I plan on reading for March. So let's get into it. I have my notes today because I thought I'd try and be very productive. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Wifey picked this up from the library and we've watched the anime of it, which is the manga of Fruits Basket, so that's where the bookmark is. To my knowledge, it follows a young girl who stumbles across a bunch of boys living in a house in the woods, and they embody the Chinese zodiac. So yeah, it's interesting. Last year I did start manga. I read Death Note. So it is one of those types of books I'm trying to get into a bit more. So I'll see how that goes. It should be a quick read, hopefully. I then am going to go on to one of my tomes, my 10 tomes I want to tackle this year, which is Stain by A.G. Hallett, which is a dark retelling, YA retelling of The Princess and the Pea. Yep, that's all I really know about it, which is interesting. And then another A.G. Hallett I'm going to do is a retelling of Phantom of the Opera, which is Roseblood. So I've got 2 A.G. Halletts, which means I'll also be doing my 3 courses with once I've finished these 2. Because I think that makes, no, that means whichever one I finish second out of these is my 4th A.G. Hallett, so then I'll be doing my 3 courses with, so keep an eye out for that. Then probably one of my most anticipated releases for the year is Sarah J. Maas's House of Blood and Earth, which I'll put the stunning cover here, which is her first in her Crimson City series, which is half demon people. I don't know, it's Sarah J. Maas. She's kind of an auto-buy author for me, so hopefully we'll be getting to that. And then I move on to an Australian author with her speculative YA book of Hive, which is set in a undersea community in the future off the coast of Tasmania. So it's an Australian author based in Australia with a story set in Australia. So I'll be getting to that hopefully. Then now that I have finished one of her books, I'm going to go on and do The Language of Thorns, which is probably one of the pretty books I own, by Leigh Bardugo, which is, from what I can understand, is a collection of fairy tales set in the Grishaverse. So I'm just looking forward to it. It's got some beautiful illustrations in it. Oh, have I found good ones? Yes, beautiful illustrations. So we're going to that. Then I am going to, I don't know, it spoke to me on the library shelves, so I'm going to read it, or attempt to read it, which is John Gollum and the Drowning City, which is an illustrated novel. Don't know anything about it. Just decided I liked it. So I'll be giving this a shot. Then I'm going to, in true fashion, I've noticed I seem to be doing one non-fiction book a month lately. So I'll be going on to Eggshell Skull, which I'll also put up here, by Bree Lee, who is a Queensland attorney, who, I know the premises, and I don't know if other countries have it, is the Eggshell Skull law or the coward's punch, where if you punch someone and they fall back and break their head and die, you're actually tried for murder or manslaughter. So you have to take your victim as you find them. So she decided to use that law as a precedent to go after a couple of people who sexually assaulted her. So they have to accept their victim, being Bree Lee, as she is. So it will be a hard read, but a good read. I then have another non-fiction, so I'm really hitting non-fiction out of the park this year, with Becoming, which is the memoir of Michelle Obama. So apparently it chronicles her life and just her life and before her husband got her presidency, after the presidency, or stepping down. So I'm really interested. I was on the waiting list for the audiobook for this, and it's coming in and she reads it. So I've listened to some of her speeches and interviews, and I just find her quite a compelling narrator or speaker. So I'm really interested in this. And then the final one I'll also put up here. I'm finally going to get around to reading a Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm going to start with Daisy Joan and the Sixth, which is a story about a lead singer in a band in the 60s. So that is, these are 10 of the books I plan on reading. Now, whether or not I get to them all is a whole different kettle of fish. But this is what I'm aiming to read. There are backlistathon I'm looking at doing, and a yearathon. So they're 2 readathons that I might participate in. If I do, I'll vlog them for you. So hopefully I can fit any of these lovely books into the prompts. Let me know if you have any other readathons that you know that are happening. I do know a yearathon is linking the book, so you take one book and then you've got to link all the other books you read that week together. So we'll see how that goes. So I'd like to thank you. I will put subscribe buttons and videos here if you want to have a check out. Like my channel, subscribe to support me. I put videos out every Wednesday and Sunday. Even though this is TBR Thursdays, so you get bonus videos. I'd like to thank you. Let's use our voices to create positive change in the world. Thank you and good